how to master the art of saying no and attract the right things which could get you to where you want. I can't tell you how much I struggled with this initially when I was starting my business. I struggled to say no. No to the friends who actually want to work with me, no to the people who actually joined as clients, or to the people who actually jumped on my podcast, and so many more things. And it was a total struggle, real talk. And I really struggled with this. I couldn't say no initially. I remember myself having a full calendar of people who were not my potential clients, but I couldn't say no to jump on the calls. And I did jump on and waste my time realizing that I wasn't making money. So I did learn the hard way. So my goal on this video is to share you different things you could actually do to strongly say no to the things you don't want to and get you where you want. So here's the one thing you could actually do to start saying no. It's as simple as saying no when you know you should actually say no. I mean, it might sound funny and cliche and you're like, oh my god, why am I watching this video? But trust me, when you know that you shouldn't be doing something but you're put in the situation to do, just say no. When you know that you actually hired somebody who you shouldn't be with, say no. When you have the wrong client on the sales call, even though you want that money so badly, say no. You're actually on a sales pitch where you see the presentation and you clearly know that this is something which cannot deliver the outcome you want. Say no. It just starts with having that gut feeling, the intuition, and make logical decision about it and actually be expressive about it by saying no. But the cliche part is, how do you know if you want to say yes or no to a thing? It really comes down to the power of identification of what you want, what you don't. Having that super clear thought process is what will help you to decide. So before you say no to somebody, you want to know who you actually want to attract. So you want to market to them. And this is something I struggled with. Initially, I was like, business owners make money without marketing. What is that? Like, it serves nobody. But once I get specific, business owners who actually sell on phone make more money with us, it got really specific. Then I was like, even if they sell on phone, it's too general. I want to get more specific. Like, business owners in real estate will sell on phone, let's talk. Got registered people. Then I'm like, okay, not just all real estate. Let's only talk to syndicators. Not just all syndicators. They should at least have $10 million under their asset management. So the specific we gone, the more quality audience we got, even though the volume is less, the quality was high, and we were able to crack millions in sales with that niche. So just knowing who I want to go after helped me get there. And once I know who I want to go after, every time I got a sales call, I was like, isn't this syndicator who actually has $10 million in portfolio and is our ideal client? Then the answer is no. I would just cancel that because I'm able to say no because I know what I want. I identified that. So same goes in everything. Person you want to hire, have a clear expectation, create a role and responsibility document, and then just say no to everybody who doesn't match that profile at least 90%. Same goes with everything in life. Even when you're creating content, you want to be super specific. You want to know who you want to cater. Like, my content should specifically serve people who are just like me, who are running a business, they struggle at $10,000 and they want to get to the 6 figures months and they want a way out, which I've achieved. So now I'm credible enough to speak, who are struggling with client-to-client results, who are struggling to get clients, and these are the problems I've struggled with. I've solved both of them. My clients have done 500 million results. I've done over $1 million in just 2 years in my own business. Now we're in a multi-million-dollar marketing agency. So you just want to know who you want to speak with. Now it just becomes easy. I'm not creating comedy content. I'm not creating entertainment content. I'm creating educational content for a specific audience who sell high-ticket products, agency owners, marketing service providers, coaching companies, and people who actually have a service-based business. That will serve the best audience. So when I'm creating content, I know who I'm not talking to, I know who I'm speaking to, so it's much easier for me to make these videos. Now let me share a few stories of people who actually said no, which helped them to get where they deserve to be. Steve Jobs is well known for his commitment to staying truly what mattered, and he used to say no to any crazy idea. And when he actually rejoined Apple, he cut down most of the product line and he said no to everything and only focused on their core product. Now Oprah Winfrey got so many opportunities to partner with different media people, but her values didn't align with them. Now the result is she actually runs the Oprah Winfrey Network, which became a brand itself. Now the billionaire investor Warren Buffett is famously known for his selective approach on making investment decisions and saying no to any shiny objects. I mean, there has been a period of time where Berkshire Hathaway didn't invest for 5 years, and he actually claims to only make 12 right decisions in his entire investing career, which is one good decision every 5 years. People just can't wait long and say no to the wrong opportunities. They pick out the wrong idea, they run with it, and then they realize they wasted their time, and they do it over and over and over again, being in the shiny object syndrome. You really want to avoid that. I mean, I get it. I've gone through the same cycles. I'm still struggling with this. Honest. I'm a practitioner who is teaching. And FOMO is real. Few things can sound better than they actually are, and you get into them and you get stuck. So one thing you really want to be is conscious. You want to confront the decisions you're going to make, and you want to be super conscious that there is something going on which is not in your control, and you can take the leap to take control of it and actually make a decision on it by saying no. Trust me, this might not sound like a big deal, but it is. When you actually start saying no to the wrong things, you only have option to say say yes for the right things, because everything else is already in the no category. Now you will absolutely see it is impacting your business, your cash, your revenue, your team values, your client happiness, and your mental peace. Just with that one word. So use it wisely, use it the right way, and you will see the change in your own life. I hope the stories which I've shared in my own life can actually add some learnings to your life. Once again, this is Nikhil Sai, 19-year-old dropout turned millionaire in just 2 years, recognized as the world's youngest $100 million award winner on the stage with Russell Brunson, sharing my knowledge on this channel. So consider subscribing, share this with people who actually need to learn to say no, and make sure to comment down below what is the one situation you are in where you actually didn't say no, which you should have, and let everybody else learn from the mistake you have actually done, because we are a community to learn together and grow together. That's it for now. If you have any suggestion for the next videos which I should make, comment down. I would love to take some feedback and make better videos. Appreciate you watching so far. Share this with your friends once again. Bye bye.